The following content is for entertainment purposes only. All of the voices in this video and this disclaimer were generated using artificial intelligence and are not actual quotes of the persons depicted. This content is purely satirical and is in no way a political advertisement or contains any political bias. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hello again, everybody, and welcome to episode 27 of President's Play Pokemon Crystal Randomizer Nuzlocke. We've got a long way to go and short time to get there today, so let's head out of Spooky Music Town and on to our first destination of the day.
Ah, yes, George, I'm so glad you decided to listen to me. Hold up, George, you remember you were supposed to go north so that I would get to Battle Blaine and all the Seafoam Island trainers on my upcoming turn. You're going the wrong way, my friend.
So, yeah, Donald, about that, I actually decided to go south today to take on the Trainer Gauntlet, grab the Super Rod, and end this episode hopefully with a gym battle win against Janine. I thought it would be more important to grab the Super Rod.
You steel beam melting bastard, I thought we had a deal. I even took you to a fucking Texas roadhouse to seal the deal of you taking care of the power plant and battling Misty this week. Do you know how hard it is to find a Texas roadhouse in New York? I have never been betrayed like this before.
Of course you have, Donald. Remember when your vice president absolutely threw you under a fleet of buses saying January 6th was your fault? I can't believe you would forget something like that. Are you sure you aren't getting a touch of the dementia? I have some pills you might like.
You know what they say, Donnie? It takes one to know one. So if our resident dementia patient says you have it, then please remind me to forward you the phone numbers for all of Joe's doctors. I think they will really help you in your time of need.
You are absolutely the last person I want to hear from right now, Barack. You should be happy that I even decided to come to the filming of today's episode after all the mean and nasty things you said about me this week. Not nice at all, Mr. and I quote, Hopi and Changey guy.
Oh, come on, Donald, you can't be serious. Wasn't it you just last week in episode 26 that said we say all we say to the media because we have to, and at the end of the day we're all friends? It was just a campaign trail speech. Give me a break.
Between the betrayal from George not going north like I thought I paid him off to do so, and you saying I put my name next to Matthew and Luke in my $60 Trump Bible that may or may not be made in China is too much for any man to handle. I think I should just take my leave since I'm unwanted.
The door's that way, big boy.
Wait, we did a dramatic pause, and we never do anything that's not wholesome. This is the part where you guys are supposed to say something along the lines of, no, Donald, please don't leave. We love you. It was just a joke, bro.
Apologize for emotion baiting, and you can stay.
This segment was rigged against me and not even North Korea. Is this unfair? But fine, whatever, sorry. George, I fully expect you to reimburse me for that overpriced Outback Steakhouse with a different name.
What the hell are you talking about reimburse you? After you finished your second porterhouse, you said you were going to the bathroom, and then 5 minutes later, I got a text from you saying run out the door as fast as possible. I got the car out front.
You reimbursed me for the gas? Have you seen how expensive it got in Biden's economy? But did you actually expect me to pay for that food? First off, the rolls were cold, and secondly, the waitress refuted all my advances. Worst dining experience ever.
You know, if you actually would have paid for dinner and not made me worry the cops were going to show up at my door all night, I would have gone the other way like you asked me to. This is the way things are going to go, and honestly, I think it's for the best. The Super Rod opens up so many new encounter opportunities, and every Pokemon we catch can immediately join our team already being in the 40s. I'm telling you, Donald, you're going to thank me for this in the future.
He's right, Donald. Just give this a chance. We can't do any other wild encounters aside from fishing at this point, since every wild Pokemon in Kanto is a super low level, and we can only get encounters in places without Grassback and Johto.
Fine, whatever. But if we don't get some God-tier team member and my last gym battle is against Erica or something, then I'm going to build a wall around all of your houses.
Aha, sure, Donald, whatever you say, but if I remember correctly, you should have a bunch of encounters this episode, George. So let's start it off with a big one. You got this, fam.
Thanks, Joe, but be quiet, guys. You're going to scare the fish.
I mean, technically, because it's a randomizer, you don't know if it's even going to be a fish. It could be a bird somehow.
Donald, I said be quiet. Fishing requires silence.
Technically, you spoke there, George. Lower your voice.
Oh, blow me. Okay, this time for sure.
Hurry up, George, I'm getting sleepy.
Oh, baby. This feels like a big one.
Oh, I didn't know you could fish up Pokeballs in Generation 2. That's pretty cool. We get an item right here, and then we can get an encounter still right after this, right?
Joe, do Pokeballs normally have smiling faces on them and use the move Moonlight?
Sometimes they do in my nightmares, but I think I'm awake right now, so. Oh, wait, sorry, guys, it's an electrode, my bad.
There you go, Joe. Glad you're caught up to speed. And I told you guys that fishing was going to be the way to go. This electrode is already leveled past our entire team and has a recovery move. A great addition to the PC for now, but George, you should probably switch. I know it's strange to be in a situation where we're under-leveled in Kanto, but if this thing knows Thunderbolt, then Me Too might be gone for good.
If it had Thunderbolt, then it would have used it already. While its defensive stat is sublime, seeing Drill Peck barely puts a dent in it. It's paralyzed and in yellow, so I think I'll just start chucking Ultra Balls at it.
George, it's a wild Pokemon. It just chooses a move at random. It very well could have Thunderbolt. Please switch for the love of God.
Well, I guess one more Drill Peck wouldn't hurt. Only way it knocks out is if we get a crit.
George, you're really playing with fire here. Please, for the love of God, switch to something before Mewtwo gets sent to the rip box. I have a really bad feeling about this.
And guys, I'm telling you, it doesn't have Thunderbolt. I promise you. It's got probably only the 3 moves we've seen. I'm going to catch it this time, no worries.
If you get Me Too knocked out of this run over a stupid wild encounter that you easily could have prevented, I swear you're losing your next episode.
I'll even heal here to calm your nerves, Obama. Now we have plenty of health again, and we can catch this thing no problem. Well, that's sure annoying. I hope it doesn't use Moonlight again.
A little longer than a few minutes later.
Please, for the love of God, catch it before it heals again. Oh, thank Hank Hill, base God, it's finally over. I really want to name this thing Asshole, but if it ever ends up on our team, that's not going to be something we want to say one of our party members is named. I'm just going to name it Hideout since we didn't get an electrode back there.
I know I'm supposed to be the voice of reason, but George, if you really want to name that thing Asshole, be my guest. The amount of times you had to use Drill Peck while Joe was sobbing in the corner about it potentially using Thunderbolt made me want to corrupt the save file.
Is it over? Is Mewtwo still alive?
Part of me kind of wishes it wasn't, because your illiteracy is one of the many things about you that drives me up a wall, but yes, Joe, me too, is still alive. But who knows for how long, because we have another fishing encounter on the way to Janine, so maybe not for much longer.
These high-level encounters are scary. I want to go back to being 10 levels higher than everybody that isn't the gym leader. Obama, why did you have to make us go fishing? This game has become too scary, I tell you.
Would it make you feel better if we did a montage, Joe? We haven't done one of those in a while.
Are you about to get another encounter? Oh my God, yes please. Mewtwo, run and hide.
Obama, for the love of God, please tell me you have your Bluetooth speaker. We need it right fucking now.
Yeah, I got it, Donald. It's montage time, boys.
Oh my God, it's terrifying.
Oh my God, it's caught you, big baby. I'll name it Snuggles just to calm you down.
Feel better to go up against level 30s, you big baby?
Oh, excuse me for loving Mewtwo.
It's me too, you low IQ individual.
I gotta say, I'm digging this montage music, Obama.
I figured a little Texan music couldn't hurt. Keep mowing him down, buddy.
Mowing them down like the Royals and Guardians lineup. They don't stand a chance.
Sorry that Cleveland sucks lofty. Consider that my apology for my comments last week, editor.
No fishing area on this route, but we'll take a low-level Charmeleon for the hell of it.
Aim at betrayal, since Charmeleon was a piece of shit in the anime.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Fuchsia City.
Damn, that was a lot of trainers, and not nearly as much experience as I had hoped for, but it's good to be back. Also, you really don't need to say ladies, George. You know females stay away from this channel as if their lives depended on it.
When will you get over your jealousy for me, Obama? Can't you see that female viewership of this channel has thrived like never before since my appeal to them? As of today, 1.4% of our viewers are ladies, and I bet we'll hit 2% by the time we finish this game. You see, it's not just my dashing good looks and elite talent, but nobody knows how to crack a joke like yours truly. When I walk in the room, everybody laughs whenever I open my mouth. I'm just the perfect man, and you guys are lucky to have me.
Do we tell him people are laughing when he speaks for an entirely different reason?
The fuck was that, Sleepy Joe? Maybe I heard you incorrectly, but I think you just tried to talk shit about me. Care to clarify, my friend who is one shove out of a chair away from a dirt nap?
Oh, you definitely heard him wrong, Donald. He said that. People laugh because of the content you create and no other reason. He coughed, so that's why it sounded like the reason it did. Come on, let's laugh at the warden with the stupid voice, leaving to get milk and never coming back.
I suppose he did have a pretty stupid voice, and yeah, how could he leave his post as head of the entire safari zone? What an idiot, am I right?
Yeah, what a moron. Almost as stupid as you looked at that town hall this week where you answered 4 questions and then sang for 45 minutes as the confused audience just started leaving early.
I knew you were talking shit, you decayed corpse. Get over here before I use the drone strike finisher from the PGD universe on you.
Can you at least wait to chase Biden around the office so that I can catch our encounter? This is one of the cities that have water, and I'm going to try to catch all 4 of my encounters this episode.
Fine, just make it fast. I got my Trump shoes on, so I'm feeling especially fast today.
Hey, it's Derpy the Frog, a super underrated happy boy that would be a great addition to our team. I'm not even afraid of its level since it just makes me smile.
And he says people laugh at the things I say.
Oh, just can it for a second, you two. This is actually looking to be a pretty solid encounter. Not just for the fact that it's the level of our team and has 500 base stats, of course, but it knows growth and sacred fire. It can power itself up and destroy everyone. Gotta catch this one, George.
Oh, I'm fully aware, Barack. I just hope that Drill Peck does a little more damage than it did to the electrodes, seeing it's powered up by growth. Any chance I can get the encounter to the west to make up for that?
Seeing my rage from Biden has magically transferred over to you? Absolutely fucking not. Heal the team and then beat the worst gym leader in Kanto before I start chasing you around this office.
Yeah, that's fair enough. At least we know this gym really shouldn't be a challenge. We can enjoy getting this badge with absolutely no hassle or wild cards.
Surely not final words before disaster, but jokes aside, this should be a walk in the park, gentlemen. I still have no idea how Game Freak said, let's have one of the middle gyms of Kanto have no Pokemon in the 40s. Don't get me wrong, I love this game, but broad, it should have been much better.
I'm just happy you're not playing this episode, Joe, because something tells me you're about to get really confused in just a few moments.
You know what, Barack, that was actually incredibly hurtful. After all we've been through this past year in the simulation and the majority of this game, I've shown such Wait a minute, this gym is 4 leaders. Why would you guys be saying this is easy? Janine and her clones are going to be the toughest gym we've ever battled. It's all hands on deck, boys. Lock in or we're going to lose.
10 points to Obama House. Joe, you truly are a prize moron. You know they're right. There aren't 4 gym leaders, you Nimrod. It's a ninja gym, so they're all disguised as Janine and say they're her when you battle them. We have to look for the one whose sprite doesn't change when we talk to them.
Oh, crab apples. Silly me. Yeah, that really would be wild if there were 4 gym leaders in the legendary type gym.
It's all right, Joe. We all make stupid. But wait, what type gym did you just say it was? Bro, there is no legendary type. It's either psychic or the flying type gym.
You see, I thought that wasn't a thing. But then when I saw our first Pokemon, coupled with the low levels that the trainers and Janine, have I put 2 and 2 together to see there had to be a challenge somewhere? And this is how they did it. Their low level doesn't matter if they're all legendary.
Okay, so new plan. How about we go over our donations from last week before Donald breaks out old Betsy? Joe, you can go over to your medicine cabinet to get your bi-hourly pills. I left some applesauce there for you to mix it in.
Free applesauce? Wow, I really did create the greatest economy of all time. Maybe I'll change my mind and get back in this election. I'm like Vermin Supreme, but giving out applesauce instead of ponies.
Sure thing, champ. Why don't you be adventurous and take an extra pill today? It couldn't hurt. Run off now. Jesus Christ, even I feel bad for him sometimes. He was actually mentally competent at the beginning of this episode and then just slipped out of it in a few minutes flat.
True, but when he's actually on his pills, that man is sharp as a tack. If he stayed properly medicated at all times, he could probably win both the Pokemon video game and card game championships.
Oh no, is he still buying cards? You all realize that's why our nation's debt keeps growing, right? He spends billions on packs using the country's credit card, and then ends up throwing millions of packs out when he doesn't get a secret illustration rare out of the first pack he opens.
How do you think I've been paying my lawyers Obama? I had one of my boys over at Anonymous hack the account of that credit card so I see whenever he makes one of those card purchases. I know that's the day to wait outside the dumpster to grab all those sealed booster boxes before Pelosi nabs them. I've made millions on the resale market without even buying a single pack. If that's not the art of the deal, then I have no idea what is. Just last week, Joe threw out a first edition base set box that had the Holy Grail and also a Blastoise in there. Your boy is back on top of the financial world.
That actually gives me a good idea for our comment question of the week. Today, everybody, we're asking you to tell us your favorite ever Pokemon card. It can be from any set in any language. What's your favorite card and why? Let us know because we can't wait to see what you say. But before you get another few felonies added to your already record-breaking total of a United States President Donald, I'm just going to actually dive into the donations now. And our first one comes from the man who donates to us every week. It's Legendary Gamer. He sends us his usual 7 Canadian people money and agrees with the editor that Squirtle is his favorite starter Pokemon. A very base comment, my man, and thank you as always for your weekly donation.
We move on to a man that isn't British, but as far as I'm concerned, it's close enough as some Welsh guy 5,388 sends us another 10 British people money stimulus. He's playing the technicalities game and takes the evolution Pokemon, which I have to give him since Eevee has been a starter in some games. And after reading further, I don't give a flying fuck if he didn't donate the most money this episode. Give this man the pin as he praised our Lord Compatible. And despite him being some tea drinker from across the ocean, he's a very smart man, and there has never been a better donation before.
You can't just assume that somebody drinks tea just because they're from the United Kingdom, Donald. But moving on, we have our boy Isaac Paws 9,287, and you're welcome for getting that nickname done. I also appreciate the props for my battle against Sabrina. Nice pick with Chinchar for our question.
I don't know, Barack. I think Donald has a point. Everyone in the United Kingdom definitely drinks tea instead of water. They love that shit for some reason.
I can see you took your pills, Joseph. The effects are clear already with your base take.
Both of you are idiots, so I'm just taking another donation. Another one of our highest donators of all time, yet you're right, comes at us with another $10 via Ko-fi. Thank you so much for continuing to donate there since they don't take the fees like YouTube does. But don't you talk shit about the best starter ever. That shit was scripted, so that Ash could have the scripted wins against Leon, Cynthia, and Steven. Bro should have lost all three of those easily.
Verbally assault our donators, later Obama. We finally found the non-imposter, and it's time for our 11th badge.
Yeah, George, you really got to dial in so we can defeat these Pokemon 10 levels lower than our own. However are you going to get this done, man? I would assume you have to use your Nen right? I don't see any other way. Ghost of Ronald Reagan, please save us.
Oh, shut up, Donald, and just let me battle her. Take the last donation so you're spouting something other than hate for this horrible level scaling.
Oh man, George, I don't know if I'll have enough time left before Janine wipes our entire team, but I'll go as fast as I can just for you. Our final and highest donation from this past week came from the Poisonous Turtle, who provides us with $25 and an absolutely wholesome statement. First off, we hope the recovery efforts from Milton are going well, and second, all of us here at the channel offer the deepest of condolences for the loss of your dog Fenrir. Losing a family member like that is the worst pain imaginable, and we will absolutely name someone in Ruby after him. We hope this episode can be a small drop of happiness in your day, and thank you for being a part of our channel.
Wow, Donald, that was without a doubt the most wholesome thing you've ever said. I never knew you had that in you. Maybe there is some hope for Trump after all.
Yeah, whatever. Don't go telling everyone I can be nice sometimes, Barack.
Too late, Donald. I'm live streaming this right now to my official Twitter account. Smile for the camera, my wholesome friend.
You have even less Twitter followers than this channel has viewers, so I'm really not concerned about that, Joe. If either of the two of them tries to spread it to the liberal media, I'll just say it was AI generated.
All of this being AI generated? Yes, sure, Donald. Why don't we also have some disgraced television host put a disclaimer before all of our videos saying everything we say or do are not our actual quotes or depictions. Also, viewer discretion is advised.
Warning, despite what George just said, this video was absolutely generated with artificial intelligence and these are not the actual quotes of the persons depicted. Please don't demonetize me, YouTube.
There's that voice again. I swear I've heard it before.
Are you hearing voices in your head, Joe? I love how fast acting those pills are, but if you're hearing voices, I might need to find another new brand for you.
I'm not hearing them anymore, so I guess it's all right. Looks like there's also only one more Pokemon to go, George. It's nice to see Arnold get some gym time because he definitely could get a little more usage.
If he could learn Earthquake again, then Arnold would become an absolute powerhouse. It doesn't even have to be Earthquake, though, to be honest. Just any move better than Dizzy Punch.
How dare you speak poorly of Arnold? He is perfect in every way, and don't forget he also knows Sky Attack. When push comes to shove, Arnold is going to be on this team when we reach Mount Silver, and if you even think of replacing him, I'll make sure you regret it. We may not have compatible anymore, but I can funnel all that love into the first Pokemon we ever caught on this channel, who found his way back to us in Season 2. He's a two-time Hall of Famer. Put some respect on his name.
Nobody would ever disrespect Arnold. Don't even imply that. Our boy just wrapped up our 11th badge, and we are now only 5 away from Mount Silver Men.
Well said, Barack. And that beating of gym leader music will never get old. But that is going to wrap things up for today, everyone. With my turn complete, none of us fumbled a team member on our first turns in Kanto. It's back to Joey next week, and I can't wait to see what you do, Joe.
I have an idea to mix things up a little, and I think you're all going to enjoy it. Thank you for stopping by today, everybody. And as always, a shout out to our channel member over on the Ko-fi side. If you want to join our boy Hector and get a shout out every episode, you can make a monthly pledge via the link in the description below.
AI Force One has hit 900 members, and we are officially in the final countdown to 1,000. The link to join the only AI President Community Discord server is in the description of this video, and if you haven't joined already, you're really missing out on some amazing content.
Last but certainly not least, don't forget to answer our comment question about your favorite Pokemon card, and we can't wait to see you back here for episode 28 next week. We'll see you then, and let's go Yankees.